The Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun has called for greater investment in modern technology to protect Nigeria's porous borders. He warned that outdated tools cannot match the sophistication of today's criminal networks. Speaking at a conference of Border Patrol commanders in Abuja, the police chief said the force must adopt surveillance systems, drones, biometric scanners, and real time data analysis. He described these technologies as necessities, not luxuries.
But let us be clear, the threats we face are changing every day. Criminal groups are no longer ragtag gangs. They are sophisticated, they are well funded, and they are international. They use drones, falsified documents, and encrypted networks to stay ahead. We cannot fight 21st century crime with 28th century tools. That's why we must embrace technology, surveillance systems, drones, biometric scanners, real-time data analysis. These are not luxuries, they are necessities. And we will continue to fight for them until every officer on the front line is equipped to match the suspicion of those we face.
Nigeria shares over 4,000 kilometers of land boundaries with neighboring countries, as well as maritime routes in the Gulf of Guinea. The IGP warned that while these routes were vital for trade, they are also exploited for arms smuggling, drug trafficking, and terrorism.
We have seen contraband goods smuggled in, crippling our local industries. We have seen vulnerable women and children deceived and trafficked across borders. We have confronted terrorists and criminal syndicates who take advantage of these weaknesses to infiltrate and destabilize our communities. These are not abstract threats, they are the challenges we face daily. When you stop a truck carrying hidden rifles, you prevent bloodshed. When you intercept human traffickers, you restore dignity to a life. When you stand firm at a border post, you defend not just territory, but the very identity of our country, Nigeria. This is why we cannot continue with business as usual. Policing today can no longer afford to be reactive. Crime is faster, smarter, and more global than ever before. To win, we must anticipate, we must innovate, and we must outthink those who seek to harm us.
He recalled a recent case where security agencies intercepted a container from Turkey carrying more than 800 rifles and 100 rounds of ammunition, stressing that vigilance and intelligence made the difference.
Just last year, a shipping container containing over 800 rifles and 100,000 rounds of ammunition hidden among furniture from Turkey were intercepted by Nigerian security agencies. That interception was not luck, it was a result of intelligence, vigilance, and collaboration. It prevented what could have been one of the deadliest influxes of arms to our country. That is the standard we must uphold in all our border operations. Commanders of Border Patrol, you are the officers of the Border Patrol section. You, the officers of the Border Patrol section, carrying an enormous responsibilities. You are not just policemen and women. You are the first line of defense against external threats. You are the protectors of Nigerian sovereignty. Your duties go far beyond routine law enforcement. You are the ones who stop smugglers of weapons and narcotics. You are the one who rescue trafficked children before they are lost forever. You are the ones who keep criminal syndicates from turning our nation into a playground of lawlessness. And you do all these with while working with sister agencies to ensure that no crack is left open for danger to slip through. Let me say this to you. When you mount a checkpoint, when you block a smuggling route, when you rescue a victim, you are not just doing your job, you are shaping the future of Nigeria.
The police boss urged greater intelligence sharing and synergy among security agencies. He also assured officers that their welfare remains a priority, promising better tools, housing, and insurance support.
Distinguished officers, let me make this clear. In today's policing, intelligence is everything. We need the numbers, but numbers alone cannot secure Nigeria's borders. The decisive edge comes from information, timely, accurate, and actionable. This means strengthening your grassroots intelligence networks, building trust with local communities, and using technology to turn data into foresight. A single phone call from a villager can prevent a massacre. A piece of analyzed data, digital evidence, can expose an entire smuggling ring. Our goal is not to wait for crime to happen. It is to prevent it, to disrupt it, to dismantle it before it matures. No single agency can secure Nigeria's borders alone. The complexity of modern threats demands unity of purpose. That is why our collaboration with customs, immigration, the armed forces, and other stakeholders must be seamless. When we share intelligence, when we conduct joint operations, the results speak for themselves. In recent months, joint patrols have led to major arms and narcotics seizures. This has proved that the enemy can be defeated when we stand together. The criminals are united in their mission, therefore, we must also be united in ours.
He ordered all border commanders to submit a monthly report of seizures and intelligence breakthroughs, warning that failure to report would be treated as failure of duty.
Distinguished commanders and senior officers of the Border Patrol Section, I must leave you with a clear and solemn charge. Our duty is not only to act, but also to account. From this moment forward, every commander must keep accurate records of achievements and submit detailed reports to force headquarters at the end of each month. These reports must highlight, at the very least, your successes in intercepting arms and ammunition, seizing narcotics and other contraband, and disrupting human trafficking networks while, while rescuing victims and holding traffickers to account. In addition, every other notable operational achievement, from currency seizures and smuggling disruptions to intelligence breakthroughs and joint operations, must be captured in your reports.
The Inspector General of Police paid tribute to officers who lost their lives in line of duty and urged commanders to return to their post with renewed determination.
Let me assure you, you are not forgotten. Under my leadership, the welfare of officers is not an afterthought, it is a priority. We are working with the federal government and development partners to improve your tools, your mobility, your housing, and your insurance. We cannot ask you to give your best if your welfare is neglected. And as long as I lead, I will continue to fight for your welfare. And here, let us also pause to honor those who paid the ultimate price. Our fallen heroes who laid down their lives in defense of Nigeria's borders. Their courage inspires us, and their sacrifice will never be forgotten.
He said securing Nigeria's borders will not only protect the nation but also help block the flow of drugs and weapons across the world. Olaimi Eson, for Spy TV.